And we are live. Welcome back to the channel, my friends. I am your host, Ronan, and this is not Tea and Stream or any of the other usual things that you find on the channel. This is a live episode of some good old-fashioned dice rolling and role-playing games. I am here with some friends of mine. We will begin with our repeat offender here. Say hello, Kelly.
Hey, what's up?
And we got Kennedy.
Hey.
And Tyler. Hey. Alright, we are just here chilling out, rolling some dice. This is a game I've been designing for quite a while, at least the gameplay style. We're going to be set in a western kind of setting, as you can already tell from the not copyright-free music that I'm playing in the background right now. Good luck, YouTube, to put me on there for whatever. But yes, I hope that we can entertain you all today, so grab your smoke, grab your drink, grab a snack, grab your drink, grab your 6-shooters, and grab yourself while you're at it, and let's hang out and roll some dice. Alright, so we already got our characters made and played through and built up most of the part for us already. You guys all have your characters. You want to go around real quick and introduce yourselves and who you are? Kelly?
Yeah. My character is Belladonna Vita. She is a sombre, which is like a...
It's like a...
shadowbender?
Kind of. They're like dark elves. Like, imagine, y'all at home, imagine like a Nightcrawler kind of people. Like, they can teleport through shadows and darker skin and dark hair. Kind of very, very, monster kind of looking almost. But not quite. Your character, you said, is more ladylike, right?
Yeah, she's more like a Southern Belle, kind of. She's got the, she's got these wide leg pantaloons, I suppose you could call them. With the corset and puffy sleeve, long sleeve.
Nice.
Their little parasol, which helps her with her shadow bending, I suppose.
Nice. Alright, and you, Ken?
My character is Sawyer, a wild heart. So,
They're like wild elf-like people. They have antlers and they have long tails and they can shapeshift into these big creatures. First time you guys have heard any of these, so this is different, and this is kind of the whole reason we built the channel in the first place, was to do this, so this is somewhat exciting for your guy. Yeah, so Sawyer, you said?
yeah.
Wild dude, hanging out. Alright, Tyler, your guy?
My character's name is Six. He's a human veteran soldier bounty hunter.
Oh, nice, nice. Our characters are all joined together on a train to a town known as Mirage. It's outside on the skirts of the large, what's known here in this world as the Red Desert. This world is going to be set in a historical fiction kind of setting, so if you've ever seen the show Bright or Shrek or anything like that, it's kind of a, you know, fantasy fae world meets our world in reality, so there is a little bit easier for you guys to get into the mindset and figure out who we are and where we are and things like that. So yeah. You guys are on this train because there is a job that's been thrown out there, which is just honestly too good to be true. There's money that you're seeing, enough to retire, enough to start a new life, enough to open a business, do whatever you want to do. In this world also at this time, land is plentiful. People are grabbing up whatever they can. They're opening their own shops. They're making businesses. There's new leagues of assassins that are getting started up. There's all these... It's a crazy, crazy time in the world as we're set in here right now. But on the downside of that, there is also rumors of there being a switch in power. So the world is on the verge of possibly going into war as well. So it's a good and a bad mixed up together, and everybody's kind of in this weird flux of a lot of people are going to die, or a lot of people are going to drive and make life for themselves. You guys, y'all, are on a train that is carrying you to this town to get this job, to get this money, which is, you know, where you all are meeting each other for the first time. I think we said that Sawyer and Bella were going to be friends from a while, and Six, you were going to be your first time meeting them, which would be on the train. Alright. Well, before we start going any further, I want y'all to get right into it and roll a d20. Okay, 6, you got a 7. Sawyer, you got a 14. And Belladonna, you got a... What was that, an 18?
18.
18, perfect. Okay. So you guys are all cramped in this cart. It's pretty tight fit in there. You see from your left to right, there are all walks of different kinds of people there. There are fucking you can tell some veteran soldiers along with. You can sniff them out. You see that there's the scum of the earth basically are on here, right along with some decorated and clean cut looking gunners on there as well. Some people that you can tell are pretty green still, so you can just see that there's, you know, pole to pole of different types of people on this train. There, as you look over to the corners of the train, there are these loud little
Why is the
tube
screen
looking
not showing
speakers that are on
any
the edges,
gameplay?
and you hear from them out loud, Mirage City, 15 minutes out. Make sure to have all your effects hand and ready. That's it, Mirage City, 15 minutes out. You cut off, and you hear people kind of grunting, disgruntled, and getting up, and everybody's kind of started gathering their things together. You guys are close quarters right now. I would say Bella and Sawyer, you guys are standing, and Six, you've managed to acquire yourself a pretty comfortable seat. You're kind of almost obnoxiously have your feet up against the window, boots crossed over. You're taking up a little bit more space than you probably need to right now, but nobody's going to say anything. You very much let off the aura of, like, leave me
Did he
alone
go lit by
kind of thing
accident?
going on. But there are people bumping and moving around. However, during this little bit of commotion, Bella, you look out the window and you see a man on a horse standing on it with no saddle, holding onto the hair, and he's covered from his face down to his chest, all the way down his midsection, covered in like dripped blue paint. And he looks over at you, and you lock eyes with him, and he sticks his tongue out to you, and his eyes kind of get all big, and he's like, ah! And he keeps riding around. And then, just as you kind of see that, you look over and you see a large group, probably about 15 to 30 people on horses, all painted the exact same way. What do you do?
Hey, everyone on the bus, we got a huge problem. Out left, right, whichever
Okay.
window I'm looking at.
Roll a percentage, and throw me
I
in
think he
your
went lit by
charisma.
accident.
You need both of them together. You need the 2 10s. Roll those 2 together.
It's only been a year.
Yeah. It's a 1. Nobody hears you. You're shouting, and there's just so much shit. Everybody's talking, grabbing shit. Nobody sees this happening. You see, but as you're kind of yelling, you're locked eyes on this guy
This
going
is
past,
awkward.
and you see him get close beside the train, and he pulls out a rope, flings it over a hook, and he jumps right onto the train like effortlessly. And you see about 2 or 3 more go right beside him, and they start doing the same thing. You heard her scream below because you're next to her. You look over and you kind of can't make out with it because everybody's talking and the commotion and the smells. And, you know, there's some people on this train that haven't probably showered in a while, so that's kind of bugging you a bit. Your high senses and everything. But you do catch a little bit of like a foot out the window going. You do see that a little bit. What do you do?
I ask questions. I want to ask Kelly how, or Belle how, or what she saw.
Mm-hmm.
I saw. Okay. Did you ask the question?
Yeah.
Okay, so my character is scatterbrained. She can't get it together. I can't describe this blue man on a horse. There's 30 of them, and a couple of them are up on the roof right now. Like, we gotta move. Like, no one can hear us.
Okay, so
You guys repeat. You guys are, as you guys are conversating that, 6, you hear them talking, and you kind of like, because the helmet's on, nobody notices, but you've been actually taking a nap this whole time. And your eyes kind of open up, and you hear them say that, and you kind of look around. Look out the window and roll me a percentage roll, and add your
No, he meant to.
wisdom to it. What you got? That's skull be a 0?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a 2. You look around, you see.
So then add wisdom, which is 4.
Yeah, you kind of look around. You're kind of like still waking up a little bit. You know, you've slept in loud areas. You can fall asleep pretty much anywhere. You guy being a veteran soldier, like whatever. So you look around. You heard Blueface, and that's what woke you up. Blue faces on wild men, you would know them as ferals. They worship the blue sky. And they paint themselves in blue, and they are wild and crazy. They're all sorts of walks. There's people of just... They're just people you don't want to be around, and they're pretty much pirates for the trains. Suddenly, from the back, you hear somebody go, "What the hell is that?" And then you hear... when the whole train just shakes. Roll a percentage and add in your athletics.
Why you have to keep talking to Chad?
Better than 58. Oh no. Oh no.
And athletics is 3.
You got a 3?
With athletics, I have 3.
Oh, you got 23. 26 you got? What did you get, Kelly? You got 96?
96.
You need that's the other one, like this. The other 10. Be a single digit ones, just like that one. Yep, there you go. Those ones. Nice. 81. Okay.
Oh, man, I didn't make it.
The train kind of almost teeters off the rail for a second, and you guys see everybody just kind of shift. People fall out the windows, bashing through. They're slamming into each other. You see blood spurt out from people's faces, just smacking into each other. Belle, you managed to hook your parasol onto the little handrail there, and when everybody's feet go off the ground, you just kind of like almost hover for a second into the air, and you go right back to where you were. No problem at all. 6, you almost go out the window. And as you go out like that, you just, your face gets caught, and you look behind, and Sawyer's got the back of your hand. He's got his hands and feet grabbing onto the rail, and he just has a full grip of you and whips you right back in.
Thanks.
Another explosion goes off. And the train is just sat. You feel the whole entire train just kind of like pops off, and you're riding like sideways on the rail, and you see sparks flying off to the side. Everybody's going off in commotion. Everybody's screaming. And then from one of the skylights on the top, gunfire starts coming down. Everybody roll a 20. What did you have, Kennedy?
I think it was a 4.
It was a 4. Hit the
Yeah.
14. All right, so you got a 4 and a 4 and a 16. Gunfire starts coming down. Borrow this real quick, Kelly.
No.
Okay. As gunfire is coming down, Belle, you get clipped in your right leg. It's not a big hit, but you take a little bit of a shot to there. It kind of scuffs you by, and you lose 1 hit point.
Yeah.
One clips you off into your left shoulder on your arm there, Sawyer, and it doesn't really phase you, but you do lose 1 hit point. However, the gunfire coming down goes right past you, 6. You just kind of stand up, and it's just kind of flying by you. You're just kind of staring up and watching these guys fire, and nothing really goes by you at all. You're good. You rolled exactly you hit the number right on the head, so you're good with that. People are getting shot. People falling to the ground. You're seeing some guys are returning fire. So now it's a little close quarters war zone is happening now inside of this train. However, right on your feet, you guys see a pistol. There's a gold pistol with a pearl handle right by your feet, Sawyer. And Belle, you see a little double barrel shotgun in a dead guy's hand, kind of off to the side. It's a
He
small little
introduced
double
himself,
barrel you see
so I
around.
have no clue.
It is y'all's option to pick it up if you want to. If not, you can leave it right there.
I shall swipe it.
You shall swipe it. Picking yours up. All right. You take a quick look at your golden revolver that you just picked up there, Sawyer. It's got 6 shots in it, fully loaded. It's going to hit for 1d8.
Same.
You see on the handle there's a written in
How
it.
do we
It
get
says
his attention?
lucky on the handle. Yours is a 1d10 for damage. Yours is just a double barrel shotgun. I'll give you guys more specs on your weapons here in a minute after we get out of that spot. I'll grab that in a minute. All right. So yeah, people are firing down, shooting at each other. You guys both pick up your guns. You're sizing up the guys up there. You know up there they can't shoot for shit. You know, you're like, these guys are not a problem. However, right in front of you, because you kind of walk past everybody, you basically just walk right into the gunfire, like whizzing by you. One of the feral men drops right in front of you and stands up, and he whips out a pistol and he points it like point blank at your face. First moves on you. What are you doing?
I'm gonna try to disarm him.
Okay. That's going to be... Let me see athletics. Because he's coming at you quick, and you got to be quicker than that. What you got? 19?
With athletics, +3, so 20. Bad math.
You said +3?
22.
Oh. Nice. He pulls the gun right out, and it comes up, and life almost slows down for you in a quick second. You see the gun come up quick, and he pulls the hammer back. Right when it gets to you, your hand just comes and grabs it. You damn near see the bullet come past you, and you guys see like just a spark, a little bit of a spark comes off the edge of your helmet. You manage to grab the gun and snatch it like right out of his fucking hand. So as soon as you do that, he reaches to his down and he pulls a knife out, drops low, and he comes at you really quick.
And try kicking the face.
Roll me a percentage. Don't add anything to it. What you got?
37.
37.
I think that's how you added it up.
No, that's 73.
Oh, 73.
73 is good. 73 is good. He comes at you with the blade, swiping in X motions, wide and loud. You're kind of just sidestep, hand. You guys kind of breaked off. You drop low, and you guys are kind of doing like a batting CQC. Quick, you're defending and offsetting his hand as he's coming at you. At every swipe, he's coming. Bella, you see this happening in front of you. Just pop, pop. This is happening so quick. And before it could even happen, you look up and you see right through the hole where that first one came down. There's a guy.
Should I do a long message? Maybe that's how we get his attention.
Well, can I take aim at him with my newly acquired gun?
Absolutely. You are going to roll, if you're going to shoot at him, you're going to roll your percentage and add your focus. Shit! Oh shit, we got all kinds of people in chat. Sorry, y'all. Cat Dad, what's up, man?
There's like four or five people watching. Like,
Yeah, Denny, what's good, bro? Long time no see. How you doing, Denny? How you been? I've been alright, my guy. Why is the screen not showing any gameplay? Because we're not. I just have it on the background there, Cat Dad. We're just have that for background. We're just talking today, doing some D&D dice rolling. Well, kind of D&D. Did he go live by accident? Says Denny. No, I'm live and I'm here. I just didn't see you guys. Sorry about that. He introduced himself, so I have no clue. Same. How do we get this attention? How do we get his attention? Should I do a long message? Maybe that's how we get the situation. No, I'm here, y'all. Can y'all hear me? Is the thing. Sorry about that, you guys. I have the thing turned on. It's cool, man. Says Cat Dad. All right, cool.
And why all hear me?
Sorry about that, guys. I did not even see you guys talking.
Yay.
Shit. So you shot. What'd you get?
I got an 82.
You got an 82?
Mm.
82.
Yeah,
works.
I can hear you.
82 works. Oh, what's your damage on that again?
1d10.
Roll me a damage on that. Just roll your d10, see what
For
you
a
got.
sec, I thought you went
Be one
limp
of,
by
that'd be one of
accident.
those guys. Preferably that one, yeah.
No.
The little mini. What do you got? We got an 8. Well, first attack of the game, and it's a fucking kill shot.
Hell yeah.
You're in the middle of fighting this guy, and you hear a loud, and then you just see rain of red just falls right down, and you see a body without a head falls right down on the ground. Splat.
You're welcome.
Sawyer, you seen that happen right there, and right off to the window to the side, another dude hops in, and he throws a fucking, as he's hopping in, he tries to throw like a double boot kick to you. Roll me a percentage really quick. Don't add anything to it. 12. For a second, I thought you went live by accident, says Danny. No, not live by accident. I just put it on background here so y'all can enjoy it with us. Hope y'all are having a good night. Please do not forget to like the video and please share so more people can come and enjoy the adventure with us. What'd you get? Got a 20? Okay. He lands the kick on you. You don't take any damage, but it does knock you like right back into the second wall from you. You notice this guy is he looks a little bit different than the others. He's a bit more beefy. Like this guy eats. You can see he's a big fucking dude. Okay. He lands there and he kind of stands up and he takes full posture over you. Your full on head is like looking right up at him. It looks like, imagine like Dave Bautista covered in blue. He's standing in front of you and he's already ready to come at you. But you have the next move.
I want to be able to pull my my bow dart gun as a weapon.
Like you want to melee him with it?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can snatch that out. I'm gonna say that's incidental. You just grab it out quick and you take a defensive stance with it. You gonna attack him?
I'm gonna wait for him to come to me if he's gonna come at me.
You're taking stance then? Okay. For that, I'm gonna give you an up on that. Just to make the game kind of go smoother. I'm gonna give you an up. So your next attack or your next offensive, you're gonna add a 1.
Okay.
Okay. So he sees that you took stance and he looks right at you and he kind of like gives like a little bit of a chuckle. And you see one of the big giant hams that he calls a hand. He picks it right up and he goes to swing right at you like a wide haymaker. Roll a percentage. Make sure you add a 1 to it.
99.
99?
98.
Fuck yeah.
Plus 1.
Plus 1, 99. That's perfect. He goes to swing, and when he goes to swing, you sidestepped it, and he puts his arm right through the window behind you. So you manage to sidestep, and now you're right behind him on the side. Go back to you real quick, 6. So you are still in the midst of, with your close quarters knife battle. However, right now you have wrist locked. He's got blade on you, and he's trying to force it in you, and you're kind of both like locked horns in a sense. Roll a percentage and give me some strength in that percentage. And see where that leaves you.
72.
72. Okay. 72 is good. He rolled a 9. You managed to stomp his toe and flip his hand out of the way, and before he even knows what happens, he takes 2 steps back, and he just drops to his knees, and all you see is his blade all the way to the hill.
What is your fat Star
probably
Wars
even plus
film
something in his
character?
throat. Drops right to the ground. He's done. That guy's out.
I take the dagger with me.
Can you take the knife with you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you pull the knife right out. You see just as you do that, you quick little animate spray of blood comes out and he falls off to the side of the ground. You kind of like effortlessly had your hand there and his body falls as you just kind of take the knife. You notice the knife is made out of bone. Could be human bone, could be animal bone. Who knows? There's no wrapping on it or nothing. It's just.
There's a way to tell. You can lick it.
Yeah.
Oh.
If it sticks to your tongue, it's human bone.
Yeah.
I leave that.
That's
I
what
leave that.
archaeologists do.
I leave that to the character. What do we got here? Danny says, "What are y'all playing?" We're playing a homebrew game that I've made myself. And Danny also says, "What is your favorite Star Wars film / character?" My favorite Star Wars movie is probably Rogue One. My favorite Star Wars character is Darth Bane. Oh yeah, Darth Bane's my favorite. Okay, so you killed your guy. You killed yours. So you guys are all standing for right now in what seems to be a cleared room. The other few mercenaries that were left alive in there kind of see you guys and they're like, holy shit. Like,
real quick, how much damage does the knife do?
The knife will do. I need to grab my little notebook that has all these. I have specifics written down because I keep going off of what it is for the other game and not this one. So give me 2.5.
I'm wondering with that, would you add like athletics or strength to it? It's considered instant melee. Because both, because it's close quarters too.
Okay, train. Trays. Writing. Thought I have that in here, do I not? Horse. We'll say the knife is a 1d6 for now, just because it's not like the best crafted knife. It's just kind of made. Oh. All right. So, you hear from. You guys can tell by how the cart's moving and looking out the back window.
Hey
You
guys,
guys' cart
are you
is
having
on
a
like a
good
side, so
time
there's
at your
still sparks
game
coming
night?
out. It's kind of offset from the actual track, and there was like a 4-cart pulling this train. Now there's only 2. It's you guys' and it's the one on the front. So as you guys are all together there, you suddenly hear gunfire and people screaming, and then you notice that it's all coming from the cart in front of you. However, the guys in the room are all starting to kind of like freak out, and they're all like, some of them guys are getting aggressive in there. Like they're panicking in a sense. So I'll leave it up to you guys what you guys' next move is going to be from this one. You guys can either leave the cart and try to make your way to the front, or you guys can try to stay in this one and settle things out and figure it out from there. What do you guys move?
I say we make it to the front.
So we get off the cart. I want to get to the front in case it decides it wants to.
Okay, so you guys can move your way to the front? Okay. Well, roll me a percentage and add your athletics to it. Mad Martin. What's up, Mad Martin? You said, hey, you guys are having a time at your game night. Having a good time so far, my guy. How are you doing, brother?
101.
What'd you get?
I got a 101.
101?
97.
Okay, 101,
Right back. I'm
97,
going to be
97,
back in 1 5
99.
minutes.
Fuck yeah, you guys. Y'all load up. You click your gun in. I'm going to say because you guys are rolling so high. You look down at the gun that was there. You pick up another 6 shots.
Can I make my rifle ready?
Oh yeah,
Pull it off my
that's
back.
incidental. You can just fucking your arm yourself. Kelly, Bella, you look down and you find that there is a another 4 shots at your feet on a little like belt on the ground that was next to the gun. So you guys arm up, lock and loaded, take stance and pose for the shot, and you make your way to the front cart. You guys open the front cart up, and it is a. You hear from one of the guys in the back, "Y'all a bunch of crazy sons of bitches." You go through the cart and you see something that is very unsettling. There's about 5
I'm
of
fine,
these
just
men
a
in
little
blue,
tired,
and
but I'll survive.
3 of them
I'm planning
are
on
carving
streaming soon.
pieces of skin off of these people and just like crudely just ripping it off and putting it into duffel bags that they have on their side. They're speaking in some kind of weird language of like grunts and clicks in some kind of way, and one of them you see he's pretty fucking big. He's makes the one that Sawyer fought look a little bit small. Like he's wide, very big dude, just standing there watching them eat and rip pieces off of these people. One of the other ones are loading up their guns and going through their pockets, and they're tossing it into another giant like box that's there. They're just loading it up and they're taking stuff. However, one of them pops his head up and he sees the 3 of you standing there. Which one of you guys had the highest roll? Okay. Sawyer, you have first move. You got the drop on these fuckers.
I don't know. I want to be able to use my blow dart gun to try to take out a few of them before they get any idea that I'm there.
Okay. Trying to think. What's higher, your focus or your athletics?
They're the same.
They're the same?
Yes.
Okay. Well, roll your percentage and add whichever one of those you want. It's
44.
44. Okay. I said there was 5 in there?
Mhm.
Alright, 44. Now that's going to work with you when you blow a dart, because it's a blow dart gun, it's quick. I'm going to say you can probably pop off maybe 2 of those in a turn, because it's so you can be fast with it. So you pop one, and you land your hit on one of them.
Okay.
One guy looks up and he catches it right to the fucking throat, and he snatches it, and you just kind of see him stand up for a second. His face kind of turns a little greenish, and he goes right, well, from what the little bit you could see from under the blue paint, he falls out to the ground and he drops over. The other ones see that. They all look at each other, and then they all turn their head at the same time, and they see you standing there with your blow dart gun. You can pop another one off if you want. Yeah? Okay. Roll a percentage again. Damn, bro.
799.
Oh, yeah. Before the other one could even pay attention, you shoot it off. Another one catches it to the back of the dome. And he just kind of stumbles for a second. He pulls his gun out. Kind of points it around and just kind of pops one round off and falls to the side on his back. By this point, they all know that you guys are in the room. Who had the second highest roll for that one? Is it you,
Yeah.
Bella? Alright, you have the next move, Bella. You guys all rolled high, so you guys have the drop on these fuckers. Like, boom, boom, boom.
I want to save my bullets, and I want to, like, pop into a shadow,
Okay.
and then pop behind
Using a special move. Nice.
the closest one to me. Like, I don't know how far across the room they are.
The cart's pretty... I'm going to say the cart goes probably about... usually about like 30 feet, I'd say. Probably. Train car. Its length. I'd say about 30 feet.
30 feet.
I'd say 30 feet. This one's a little bit wider because this is kind of meant to carry a lot of people in it. So I'd say it's probably like 30 by like... I don't know, maybe like 9 feet wide, maybe a little bit longer. So yeah, you can definitely make your way across pretty quick if you wanted to. But you said you're gonna shadow fall through it? Do it?
Yeah, I'm gonna shadow fall up behind one of them and just real quick
Okay.
snap their neck.
So your move is incidental. Your special move is incidental. However, if you're trying to snap a neck, you said real quick.
Yeah.
Roll me in athletics. Do you have a proficiency in hand-to-hand combat or anything?
Sneaking.
Sneaking? I'd say this is definitely a sneak move, so that'd probably give you an up on that. So yeah, I would add the one more to your athletics. So add your athletics to your roll, and then add another one on top of that because of your sneaking ability. Trying to do a quick stealth kill.
Percentages, right?
Yeah, percentage. All right.
49.
These either you guys are fucking awesome or my dice suck.
53.
Yeah, you do that. You go right behind him and you get a grip on this guy. You snap his neck right there. And you're right there. The only downside of this is you are right there with them.
Yeah.
You do have another move after. The big one that's seen you. You're right next to the big one. He
Okay.
sees you do that.
All right.
He's very aware, and he reaches over and he tries to give you like a backhanded like swipe. Roll a percentage. Don't add anything to it. That doesn't count.
I think this little one.
I won't count floor rolls. Okay.
79?
76.
76. Oops.
He goes to swing and swipe at you, and you kind of like, you just like sidestep him. He's big and clumsy. You saw it coming from a mile away. You have another move, and or attack or action, whatever.
I don't feel like I have time to put on my gloves. Like, I should already have them on. So I'm just going to go ahead and take my shotgun and aim it at his face.
I just for quick thing. I thought you already wore your gloves. Like I thought that's just something you wear.
I don't know how it would keep the claws covered so I don't, like, accidentally...
You're a professional. You know what you're doing.
No.
I would just assume that you would know what you're doing. I mean,
Yeah, just
Okay,
use the
that's-
other. Yeah.
yeah, the same way how Slayer doesn't bump anybody with his antlers. You know, like I think it'd be the same with the claws. You would know how to handle things and touch
Just like
things.
women with the really, really, really long
Yeah,
nails.
I would imagine
Really,
that's
really-
kind of
Somehow
what your character.
some of them have babies.
That's a good point.
How do you?
That's a good
Any
point.
listeners out there that know people with long fingernails, please indulge us. How do y'all wipe your ass? There's got to be a way around that.
This length is technically short.
Yeah.
It's pretty freaking long.
Oh, you got some claws on you over there.
So yeah, I'll just go ahead and scratch at his throat.
You're swiping your scratch, huh?
Yeah.
All right, throw me in athletics because you're attacking quick.
87.
Judge your athletics.
90.
90. What did I say the damage was on that?
For the shotgun, 1d10.
Oh,
I'm
you're
sorry.
close.
Oops.
You're good.
Switch, check it out. I don't have it written down.
No? I thought I gave you the points for that.
Got it for the parasite.
I don't remember that.
Because remember, I thought I gave you poison damage and stuff.
I know we talked about it, but
Okay. Well. Shit.
shoot.
How much was the damage on your knife? It was 6, right? I said 1d6 for your knife 6?
Yes.
And we'll say yours because it's a special weapon. It's your custom poisoned weapon. It's going to be a 1d6, but you're going to get +2 poison damage for 2 rounds. So you land that strike on him. Yeah, you got him right in the throat. You swept him. You didn't. He's not gushing blood, but he is poisoned, and he is going to take damage.
He's gonna go down soon.
He does have one more move though. So you swiped at him and got close. He's trying to reach over and give you like a bear hug. Roll a percentage. Don't add anything to it.
85.
85. He goes to try to give you like the big bear hug, and when he goes to do that, he like loses footing, and he like basically eats shit to the ground, and you just kind of like step back and like foot on him, kind of push back away. All right. 6, you had your rifle ready. You see this all breaking down in front of you. What's your move?
I'm gonna take a shot at whatever's closest to me.
Okay. So there's 5 guys in there, so I already took down 2. In the fight of 1, there's 1. I'd say there's probably like 2 of them to your right. Still pretty much a ways away. You haven't cleared it. You haven't gone into the room any further, so you're standing there.
Okay.
So yeah, pop your shot. Use your focus.
Was it 14?
It's fine. I got 0. 14. You shoot. The first guy that turns around and looks, it commercially, comedically turns around, and the only thing that the one behind him, his face is now no longer blue. It's covered in red and chunks of pink. So yeah, you managed to blow that one dude's head right out. However, the guy sees that happen to his buddy in front of him, and he lunges at you like a wild man with pulling out two bone tomahawks. So roll a percentage. Don't add anything to it.
37?
37?
57?
57. Okay. Fucking A. Eating dice. He comes at you like a wild spider monkey, swinging these things, like flailing, just going left to right, fucking coming at you like he's fucking doing a laser show with his axes. And you just move, and you manage to get that out. You want to hit him with the back of it?
I'll gun bash him.
Roll up percentage, add your strength. What'd you get?
24.
24?
Yeah.
You manage to go pull that out. When you go to swing at him, he bats it away with his axe, and he comes at you with another top one towards your face. Roll a percentage, add nothing.
80.
80?
80.
He goes and strikes straight down on your helmet, and his fucking bone tomahawk just shatters. However, this does kind of ring your bell just a little bit. It makes you kind of stagger back a bit. Those are 2 moves. All right, back to you, Sawyer. You just seen the go down. There's one more guy left, and he's fighting 6 right now.
I want to use my loadout gun as a baton
Okay.
to come at that guy.
Okay, you're gonna meet him with combat with that one.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and roll me a strength on your percentage. Fucking A.
63.
What's your damage on that? I think it was like a 1d6, I think, right?
Yeah.
All right, that'd be the square.
It was a D4.
D4? Okay, it's the triangle dice. Yep, that one. We're done. Done with the 3. You see them going into a quick fight there, and he swings over with the axe. You see it shatter, and as soon as he misses over like that, you take that opportunity, you close your baton, and you fucking whack him right in the back of the neck with it. He drops down like one knee, real fucking fast. But when you do that to him, he looks over and he tries it with the other offhand, with the other tomahawk that isn't broken. He swings at you. Roll a percentage. Don't add anything.
0.
0? Okay. He lands that tomahawk shot on you. It manages to land right on... He gets that... You're not wearing any armor, right? You're just wearing a shirt.
Mm-hmm.
He manages to land that right into the... Gets caught right in the meat of your ribs on the side. He lands it right in there. You lose 4 hit points from that. It is your action next, though. You can take whatever thing you want to do now.
I wanna use my gun since I'm... Yeah, I wanna be able to use my gun and take a shot at him.
Yeah, you pull your gun right out. You're gonna pull your shot. Use a focus check.
4, 40, or 49.
49. You pull the gun out. And you go to pull the trigger on him, but he gets close and sees it, and he snatches it back, and you manage to pull the fire off, but it's there, and now you and him are kind of locked in. But the shitty thing is that you're literally like locked in, like that is it's pinched in between your ribs, the top of the tomahawk there. So that's his action. He's got one more move. He tries to like kind of like shoulder toss you into like 6 really quick. Roll a percentage. No, add anything.
Listening to real game night and drinking some whiskey.
3? Oh man. He twists that in such a way where you feel one of your ribs kind of pops a bit. You're not going to take any damage for that, but you definitely feel that you're in a fight right now. He does successfully move you towards 6, so now your back is up against 6, and you and 6 are now in like a corner. But this guy's like forcing y'all in there, to the corner there. So, Belle, you see this happening. You look over and you see your 2 buddies are... New buddy, one old buddy and new buddy are now cornered by this dude, and you see blood coming out of Sawyer's ribs, and you see 6 is pinned up against the wall. Big guy's not all the way down yet, though, so you are still within his range, just so you know.
I think I'm just gonna shadow fall over to where they're at.
You can only use your special move once per encounter.
Shoot.
So you can use it again, but it'd have to be within another round.
Okay, so if he's on his way down, can I try to run past him, like around him and past him?
You're gonna try to just clear past him and go to the others? Okay. Use an athletics for that one.
He's gonna try to grab you.
Might. We'll see.
Well, around.
Oh yeah. If there's he's a big dude, so you might be room. He's taking up a lot of the space in here.
Oh, 15.
15. You go around him, and just as you manage to grab that, you hear a tear, and you look over, and he's got a whole grab of one of your pantaloons.
Not my pants.
And you hear him kind of like, "Dorothy Magdalia!" And he pulls you really close, and he fucking grabs a hold of your throat, and you notice that he's like kind of foaming at the mouth a bit, and his eye looks like all the blood vessels are popping. The poisoning is taking an effect on him, but he's fighting this shit back like a madman. And he's got a full grip of your neck, and you feel your legs go right off the ground, and he's got you up in the air now. Roll a percentage. Don't add anything. 67. 67 is very good.
Ooh.
He picks you up and he's holding you there, and he's just as he goes to say something else, he goes and he just pukes a bunch of fucking blood out and drops you, and he's like just hurling blood, and he's trying to unaudibly like curse at you, but he's like eyes are starting to kind of roll in the back of his head a little bit. You have another action left.
Now it sounds like he's on his way out.
Yeah, but he's still fighting back. Like he's poisoned, but this guy is.
I'll just take the shotgun and end it for him then.
Okay, give me a focus. Focus roll on your percentage. What is it?
It landed
Oh
in a
no!
bag.
76 plus your focus. 79 is going to work. My only question to you was, are you using both barrels or just the one shot?
Both?
Using both?
Yeah.
You pull both back. And there is a loud bang and a new painting on the ground, which was once this guy's dome. So
Alright.
he's done, finished.
Alright, now.
Now it's
Move
over.
on.
So switch over to, what was it? Boom, boom. 6. It's on you. You're pinned against the wall, and you're trying to force back, but you're literally like, your own gun is against your chest, and you're just awkwardly placed on the wall. So,
I'm just gonna keep trying to fight back. Get ground to push this guy away.
okay. Give me a strength check.
43.
43. Fuck yeah. 43 is good. You get your footing. You manage to get one boot on the back of the wall, and then you push a little bit more. You got the second boot on the back of the wall, and you just full on send it. You manage to pin this guy to the ground. However, you still are on Sawyer, sandwiching this guy to the ground, and now you hear a little bit of a little bit more, and Sawyer kind of turns his head back and looks at you a little bit like, motherfucker.
I'm gonna get off.
Well, hold on. The guy that's on the ground here hasn't moved yet. He tries to kind of wiggle his way out of there, and he's not letting go of the tomahawk. Roll a percentage. Again. Nothing up. What you got?
2.
Got a 2?
2.
He manages to kind of roll both of you at the same time a little bit, and he like you guys are now both on your like side a little bit, and he takes his hand off of the tomahawk, and he goes and he's just throwing wild like punches back to try to hit you. You have another move.
I'm gonna pull my knife out and try to reach around to stab him.
Poor Sawyer. He's in the middle of this shit. Roll a percentage. Add your athletics. What'd you get?
26.
26. You're swinging your blade back, but it's kind of going a little wild a bit. It's hard to get around Sawyer's antlers and to get around what's going on, and there's just a lot of commotion, a lot of shit going on. He has one more move. He's going to try to pull a little bit more. Roll me another percentage real quick. 6. What you got?
It's a 2.
A 2. When he sees the blade coming back, he manages to meet you head on with it, and he hits you in the forearm, and your blade goes flying out your hand.
No.
Sawyer, it's your move. If you have any
I'd like to try to get
got any
this.
blood left in your body?
Yeah, I'd like to get this tomahawk out of my ribs.
All right.
If I-
Roll me a strength. Roll me a. Or no, not a strength. Roll me a focus, because that's gonna take some fucking.
75.
You manage to, as they're moving around and fighting and hitting, you kind of like wiggle your way out into the sense, and you kind of fall back very sloppily, like on your back, and you grab it, you bite down, and you rip that fucking thing right out of you. You do lose 2 more hit points from that, though. You do see the blood kind of squirt out. You get a little dizzy for a second, but you got your bearings. This isn't the first time you've taken a shot like that, but doesn't make it hurt any less. He has lost focus on Sawyer, and now he's looking to you, 6. Roll me a percentage. I have nothing.
I'm only level that is.
He is on all fours, kind of like a spider, and he just like gallops, sprawls like right onto you, 6, and tackles you right to the ground. And he's on you now, and he starts throwing blows all over your helmet. You hear it in there. He's just going fucking full MMA UFC on you, as hard as he possibly can. He's got the pin on you. You're not taking any damage though, so that's good. Sawyer, it's still your turn. You have one more turn left. You pulled the axe out. What are you doing?
I wanna take another shot at him.
Take another shot. Okay. Roll your with your gun.
Yeah.
You still got your gun. Yeah, you didn't use your gun. All right. Roll your percentage and add your
56.
56. All right. You take aim. You shoot him. You manage to hit him. You got him right in the left arm. He gets hit from that. Makes him kind of stop with the with the flailing on the ground. He notices that he's got shot in his arm, and he looks over at you, and he tries to take to his feet, and he just kind of stumbles at you all wild-like. Roll a percentage real quick. 17. He comes at you, and he's flying. He's in like a rage now. This guy's just kind of blindly just flailing about. Doesn't look any kind of... He's just going crazy now. He does manage to land some wild, like, flails at you a little bit with his arms, and he's kicking and punching at you. He lands a hit on you. You lose another 2 hits. Cracks you one right to the jaw. How many hit points you got now? I think you've taken maybe 7 or 8 altogether.
I wrote them down. I'm losing it.
Might be at the top on your other page. I think it's 23 HP right there. Yep, 23. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, you're still good. Okay, cool. You're not losing consciousness or nothing like that. So yeah, he came at you like that. You have another move left though. Or no, you already took it, right? You shot him? He came at you?
Yeah, I shot
okay,
him.
so now it is... Go.
Alright. So. I walked away to grab some pop. I'm not quite sure what I missed.
The last guy that they're fighting in the car is in a grapple with them two right now. He was coming at Sawyer. He's pretty much just... He mollywopped Sawyer in the face with a punch.
Alright, so now I think I can run over there. And I'm going to try to slash at him too.
Okay. So you're going to run with that. Give me an athletics. So you're moving swiftly. A 2. You go to run past, and as you go to run past, you notice that the he never let go of your pantaloon. So when you go to run, you hear a loud and you fall, and you look down, and you are now minus one whole entire you're minus one whole pant leg now, like
awesome.
all the way up to the cheek.
Fuck. I need to find pants.
Alright. Roll me a quick percentage real quick, Sawyer. And add nothing to it.
30.
30's good. He's still swinging at you wild, and you're finally you kind of got your guard up in your arms, and you kind of just putting it up and just taking him as he's coming at you. You're kind of just moving, and you're not cowering, but you're being defensive right now with your attacks. You have another move there, madame.
Can I take aim from this distance with my shotgun?
Have you reloaded your shotgun?
Is that incidental?
No, it's going to be the other half of your turn is reloading.
I'll reload.
Okay, so you're reloading. What's happening? 6.
I would like to pick my knife back up, and I want to go stab the guy in the back.
Okay, roll a focus roll to see if you find your knife first.
Uh, 63.
63? 63 is good. You manage to look around and you see your knife, and it's in the ground. You grab it really quick and you pick it up. Sawyer, roll me a quick percentage real quick and add nothing to it. Just because right now his focus is on you. He's trying to fuck you up for some reason. You shot him, so
89.
he's still got full focus on Sawyer. He's still flailing away, and occasionally Sawyer's popping another one back at him. They're pretty much almost in a really aggressive boxing match right now. Yeah. But yeah, you want to attack now?
Yes.
Roll a percentage, add your... You said you're just trying to stab him, right?
Yeah.
Give me your strength.
24.
24. You come up with the knife, and you go to swing it into him, and he looks over and sees you doing that, and before he can even go and turn, he turns over and you catch him right.
I gotta
right
go
in the face,
W stream
dead
as
on,
always.
forehead.
Emoji fire.
His flaily arms go straight down, and he just kind of falls to his knees and then just falls back off your blade. So yeah. You You guys cleared another cart.
Woo.
Can I find some pants?
Everybody roll a
Sorry,
20 real
I
quick.
won't here longer.
So I want to see what else they were looting.
Ooh, fuck me. Alright.
Oh.
Alright. You got an 8? Alright, keep those there so I can look at them real quick. Give me 2 seconds. Okay. So, before we do any looting in the room real quick. Well, actually, I'm going to let you guys, if you guys want to, because I know you said looting. If you guys want to check the room out, check the chest in the middle, you guys are welcome to do that. I'll give everybody 2 turns to check the room. So, and it's open table. Whoever wants to go first, go ahead.
I just wanted to see what they were looting from the chests. Really.
Well, the chest was something they brought. They brought in. They were loading
Okay, I
it
want
up.
to see what.
Yeah. Oh, what you want
what's
to check what's in
yeah.
it? Roll me a percentage and give me a focus on that. Or not a focus. Give me a. What's higher, your wisdom or your intellect?
It's gonna be a. You said what?
Wisdom or intellect?
They're both 4.
Both
It's gonna be a
4.
4.
So you rolled a 4.
It's yeah.
Okay. As you look around in there, there's nothing too special that you see. It's just your usual round of like jewelry, some pretty normal, nothing too special looking guns. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Maybe a couple pairs of boots here and there, a hat. Just it looks like they're literally just grabbing everything and anything from people. You do find some big, fingers and other stuff in there for some reason. So
They're saving that for later.
yeah, for sure.
Just a snack.
For sure.
Midnight snack.
If you want to check it again, you can, or if anybody else wants to roll for anything in the room to give a quick inspection.
I guess besides pants, it'd be nice to find some more weapons. Or
Roll-
gold, maybe?
Roll a percentage. Are you checking the chest too, or just looking around in the room?
Just looking around.
Looking around in the room. Okay, roll a percentage and give me whatever is higher, your intelligence or wisdom.
They're the same.
Okay.
83.
Okay. So, you're looking around, or you're just looking around the room, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You notice that there is an open luggage, and in there's a beautiful, nice, soft pair of checkerboard red and white pants. It's a dark burgundy-ish kind of color.
Sounds about right.
They're not as big and poofy as your other ones are, but they're still pretty nice. They fit a little bit more like riding pants.
Okay.
They feel a bit more like kind of like that. They fit a bit more like that. So if you want to, you can drop trout right here in the middle of this bloody train and change pants if you really need to.
I'll take the pants.
All right, perfect. You taking them?
Yep.
All right. I gotta go with stream. Good stream as always, says Danny. Sorry I haven't been here long. Don't you worry about that, Danny. I'm happy you stopped by, man. Have a good one. I'll see you in the next adventure. But yeah. So you find those. You're just gonna carry them. Not gonna put them on right now.
No, I'm gonna put them on.
Oh, okay. Then
Yeah.
You do that. So you want to check anything in the room?
I guess I might as well check out the tote or whatever that they were.
The chest.
The chest. Okay. You're inspecting that. Wisdom or intelligence? What's everyone's higher?
Oh. 29.
29. Okay. You look in the chest, you see. You're looking around in there, and something kind of stands out to you amongst all the stuff in there. There is a. It looks like a pistol. You've never seen anything like this before. You're pretty familiar with bows and arrows and stuff like that. Your culture of people, usually that's kind of their style, more or less. But this is something a little bit different. It looks like the unity of a bow and arrow shrunken down into what looks like a glove. So you get it and you kind of put it on and you notice it fits safely onto your wrist. Stores about 4 other bolts underneath the end of the forearm and the top of it. You hit a little switch and it opens up and now you have yourself a little wrist crossbow. That's going to hit for 1d8. So you guys got one more turn around the room if you guys want. Whoever wants to go first, check it out.
I'm gonna dig into the chest a little bit more.
Okay. Do it up.
8.
You got an 8? Okay. So you're digging into the chest and you find a small box, a metal box. And the odd thing about this box is it looks very tarnished. It kind of smells like pennies. And you notice that where it once looked like it's about the size of like a cigar box. And you notice that the flap that would be there that would allow you to open it has been welded shut.
I'm gonna take it with me.
Pain.
I'm taking the box.
You taking the box?
I'm taking the box.
Okay. Put the box inside your coat or whatever little...
Sure.
Yep, there you go.
I would like to see what kind of bladed item I can find.
Okay. Roll a percentage.
$33.
Okay. Looking for a bladed weapon?
Yeah.
You look over and it stands out to you. There's a bloody bone tomahawk on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll take the Jeepers Creepers now.
You taking the tomahawk?
Solid.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. You pick it up and you wipe the blood off of it and you kind of look at it again. It looks like it's carved from one whole piece of bone. There's nothing wrapped around the handle. It's very, very crudely made. But it, you know it's going to get the job done. You saw it stuck inside your friend for a little bit, so it works.
I don't have to bring this along if you don't want to see it.
It's be 1d6 on that.
Okay.
Alright. And sir, you got one more check around the room if you'd like.
Yeah, just
One more check. Give me a percentage roll. Looking for anything specific?
28.
No.
Just check and see what you see?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you got 28?
Yeah.
You see that there is a, amongst the corpses in the room that are missing flesh and some that are missing clothing and items, you notice that there is another fellow Wildheart in there. They're gone. They're on the ground. They're dead. And you notice that there's a necklace that they're wearing hanging around their neck. And it attracts you. There's something about it that just kind of sparks your interest, and I mean, it's up to you if you want to take it.
Think about it.
Okay. I can need it anymore, right? Pop it off. The little medallion on there that you see is it has a skull of a stag on one end, and on the other side of it, it's a human skull.
Yo man. Skipping some comments. Hey guys, are you having a good time at your game night? Be right back, I'm going to be back in 5 minutes. I'm fine, just a little tired, but I'll survive. I'm planning on streaming soon. Listening to your game night and drinking some whiskey. I gotta
You guys
go
all got your stuff
W
written
stream
down?
as always, emoji fire.
D20s are still out
Sorry
there,
I
right?
won't
Okay.
hear longer.
Cool.
One of them is different. That was a 10.
Yeah, that's fine. So you guys are looting and checking out the cart, and you guys got what you need. And suddenly you hear a lot of galloping, and you
I'm playing
all your
Resident
attention
Evil
goes
4 remake.
towards the window there, and there is a large carriage being pulled by a bunch of horses that are painted in blue. And the back of this carriage, there is a crazy looking man with blue paint all over him, and he's revving up a what looks to appear as a Gatling gun, and he starts firing. 6, you manage to drop right down to the ground. You're not taking any fire. Bella, you do the same thing. However, Sawyer, you take 7 damage. You see this all coming through. It gives you no time to duck and see because you're enthralled in this new little charm that you're looking at. You lose 3 hit points. Or did I say 7? Sorry, 7 hit points. You got hit in the 1, 2. You got hit in the same leg you got shot in earlier. Or, no, you got shot in the leg.
Yes.
Yeah, you got shot in the left leg. Sorry. So you're good. But yeah, they're firing up at that, and they're nonstop. They're just going. Cat Dad says, I'm playing Resident Evil 4 Remake. Nice. Hell yeah, man. I haven't streamed any games in a minute, Cat Dad. I haven't really been on the streaming thing. I've been injured as of late, so I'm finally coming back to it. We gotta get down on some Ghost of Tsushima one of these days, though, Cat Dad. That'd be pretty dope. Or maybe some Ninja Turtles. That'd be sweet, too. What happened?
Oh, I mean, with all my hit points, I'm down to 7.
Down to 7?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did anybody take any kind of healing?
No, I don't
skills?
think anybody did.
No.
That's fine.
Wait.
I thought somebody did.
Me?
The healer's the one that's taking
Wow.
all the
Perfect.
damage.
Perfect.
Lovely.
So these guys are firing wild, and they're unloading on there, and you guys can't look out the window because you guys are too busy on the ground. I'm gonna say, for sake of story, you guys are kind of crawling your way over to Sawyer. Sawyer, you have lost consciousness. You got shot. That last one fucking dropped you to the ground. You're on the ground. Bella, you see your friend hit the ground, and you immediately go into protect mode, and you drop to the ground, and you crawl over to him as quick as possible. You basically shield him with your body, kind of thing going on. 6, you're sitting there and you're popping. You pick up a random gun and you're just kind of firing crazy off there till they go empty. Suddenly you hear another large explosion when the Gatling gun stops, and then you hear a bunch of horses yelling, and you hear an unaudible and you hear more horses galloping away. I'm gonna say 6, you do it because Bella's taking care of her friend. 6, you kind of peek your head up a little bit, and as you look over, you see that you look over like that, and you see that there's rubble destroyed over there on the side, and as you peek out, you see that there's other horses riding around, and there's one of them is a man on the back, and he does one of these to you with his hat, and you see several other men carrying cannons and other things on the side. So you have all successfully reached Mirage. So,
Wow.
Mirage City, there it is, just arrived. The train cart comes to a screech, smoke coming out of it. Yeah, you guys have arrived to the city. Door opens up, and a gentleman comes walking in, looking in his looks to be in his older, maybe higher 40s, maybe early 50s. Still a pretty strong guy. He's got gray all throughout his beard. He's wearing a large hat, and he's got a little bit of a smirk on his face. And dual guns, comes in with a duster, spurs kicking. Well, hell, I didn't think you folks were gonna make it.
You fuck.
Yeah, we saw them coming in from a few whiles back, but we didn't have enough time to notify y'all. Y'all the only survivors?
Seems so.
Well, what are the chances of that? Welcome to Mirage City. He introduced himself as the sheriff of the town. Sheriff Gibson. He takes you guys off to the nearest little, I guess, saloon would be the spot. Shouts over to the keeper, Betty, we got an injured one. She comes walking up, this large, colkish woman, and she's very, let's just say she's very top heavy. And you see her walking down the steps, and bonga bonga bonga, like, you keep bringing me all these hurt folks. I ain't doing this shit every day for free, you know. And he's like, oh woman, you and your fucking bitching. And he just walks out the door, and the door's kind of going. She follows him out there, and she's yelling at him. And a more softer spoken gentleman walks up, and he politely kind of tells you, go this way if you like. Takes you guys up to a room and lays you down and looks over it, checks over your wounds, and pulls out a medicine bag, and he starts working on Sawyer. Drinks downstairs if you like. His wounds are kind of bad. I'll tend to them. Drinks on the house for the heroes. He gives zero eye contact. He's kind of hunched over. He just kind of walks in the room, shuts the room, and you hear it lock. and y'all go downstairs and hang out for about, I want to say about, he works on Sawyer for about, oh god, 6 hours go by, and he comes back out of the room, and I'm going to say you and Six are downstairs sharing a drink and a meal, and he's wiping the sweat from his forehead and cleaning his hands off, and comes back over to the table and has a seat and looks over at you guys and takes his glasses off and looks just worked out. He's like, hey, they really did a number on your friend there. Be fine though in the morning. Right as rain. Right as rain. He itches the back of his neck. He stands up and walks away.
I don't like that guy.
He's awkward.
I heard that. He just kind of keeps walking into another room, and he shuts the door.
Damn, the man saving my life, really.
That guy.
Anyways, the Caulk woman walks in there, and she pulls up a stool and sits down. She plops herself down, and almost comedically, her boobs kind of do a shake. So y'all here for the prizes, huh? Job? What the hell happened on that train?
Can't you kind of piece it together without the amount of...
And only the 3 of you survived. Well, 2 of you. The other one upstairs looks like it needs some damn work done on him.
He'll pull through. Just need some sleep.
Alright. Well, y'all folks stay sleepy here in the morning. You guys will be talking to Mayor here, and he'll give you guys a job, I guess. You got all sorts of different folks moving in here. There's a big group of them coming in the train, but most of them already arrived here about 3 days ago.
Who were they?
Yeah. Guns, knives, whatever you want. Anybody wants that money. Turns out it's a hell of a job. Even though nobody knows what the job is. She picks her hand up and fans over for one of the innkeeps to bring her a bottle and a few glasses, and she pours a few shots and slides them over to you guys effortlessly. She takes a big swing, drops it down, fills her glass up again, takes another one, puts it down, fills it up again. Well, ain't y'all drinking?
I'll have a little bit, but I don't like to have too much after a battle.
Alright. She picks her glass up and tries to cheers you.
Cheers.
Survival.
The fittest.
You wave your hand over it. She goes, She puts her hand down, she leans over at you, and she kind of stares over at your helmet. She's like, ex-military, huh? Leans right back. She's like, my pa served. He had one of those too. Just nod your head to her. She stands all up. She's like, well, see y'all in the morning. She takes the bottle and she just starts walking away and just taking swings out of the bottle. You guys are shown to your rooms. And you guys sleep a good rest. Whatever hit points you guys are missing, you get back. Sawyer, you bounce right back in the morning. You don't know what that squirrely, weird little gentleman did to you, but you stand up and you feel damn near better than what you did when you got on the train. It is morning. Birds are chirping. Everybody's shouting out. And, yeah. So you guys are there, and Sheriff makes his way back into the town, looks over at everybody, and fans over for everyone to make their way down the steps. So you see out of the doors, there's not as much people that were on the train. We're going to say probably aside from you 3, there's probably about maybe 12 other people that are standing around. Well, you're all here for a job. I know you didn't get a whole lot of details other than the money that was given. Well, here you go. Starts walking over and he's handing everybody envelopes. Do not open this till you leave town. This is the job. I don't even know what it is. But here it is. Money that you've been promised will be received on the completion of the job. You are to return back here once the job is complete. Is that understood? Everybody gives a nod. He hands out the envelopes. He goes, well, be on your way. You open an envelope, all three of you, right?
Mm-hmm.
It says the same thing on all three of you guys' envelopes. Clock tower, noon. So you guys go back up to your rooms and you guys are talking. You see all the other guns and mercs are making their way out of town. They're riding different directions. And you share with Sawyer, right?
Mm-hmm.
6, are you sharing with them as well? Yeah, you guys all share your 6 o'clock noon. You go meet up there, and waiting there, smoking a cigarette, is the sheriff. I'll be damned. All three of you, what are the chances? Crazy, man. Like, well, hate to break it to y'all, but there was a lie. All those other guys didn't get that job. This job was aimed specifically at the three of you. Why, I don't know. But seeing as that you guys are the only survivors off a giant massacre on the train, I'd say that probably speaks for itself. So the job is this. About 2 months ago, Mayor's daughter was taken. The only thing they found was 2 drops of blood on her pillow, broken mirror, and all the flowers in her room were dead. We have our suspicions, but can't nothing be sure. Mayor wants to keep this on a tight lid. Doesn't want people knowing about it. And well, he's willing to pay anything and everything to get his daughter back. Now, I'll tell you my theory. And that's something nobody really wants to hear. But I'm thinking vampires. Let's just say I've made my way around town a bit and around the world, and I've seen a lot of different things. And, well, all the details are there if you're smart enough to see them. So I can understand if y'all don't want to take a job like this. High risk, but there is high reward.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Alright. Hell yes. Puts out the cigarette and he hands you Bella a piece of paper. You open it up and on it says Kiba.
Says what?
It says Kiba.
Kiba.
Kiba. Kiba. At the edge of the city, on the way out, opposite side of the train tracks, there's a not so great place. Not really the best part of our town, city.
Crackhead section.
Yeah, sure. Take this in there and talk to bartender. Hand them this, and they'll give you the help that you're going to need. More details. Well, alright, folks. Hopefully I'll see you when the job's done. See if y'all can keep being as impressive as you've been so far. He walks away and gives you the directions there. So now what I'm going to allow here for the table is you guys can either choose to go explore town a little bit if you like to. Well, the city. It's a pretty big city. You guys can explore a little bit if you want. Or head your way to the shitty side of town. Check out this bar and see what Kiba is. Before we go any further, do me a quick favor. All you guys roll percentages real fast. I just want to see something. Don't add anything, just roll the percentage.
$80.
80.
26.
38.
That's how much money you guys have.
Alright.
That's how much money you got in your pocket as of now. But this is back in the Western era, so we're gonna say that's quite a little bit of cheese y'all are walking around with. Don't go spending that 26 everywhere.
I could buy a house.
I can buy land. So yeah, what are you guys gonna do?
Continue on with the story or explore town for a little bit first? Which one?
I feel like we might find out some information before we go to the shady part of town and have to deal with
Deal with the shady part of
deal
town.
with whatever.
We
Sounds
can
good.
look around town and ask ask questions about that part of town before we get down there.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys gonna do this as a group, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, roll me. We're gonna say you guys are walking down the way, and you guys stop at as you're making your way down that area. We're also gonna say, for sake of story, when you guys get back to the other saloon you were in, there's 3 horses waiting for you guys there. So you guys are now have horses. So we're gonna say you guys are riding towards that shitty part of town. It's literally on the opposite end of where you guys are. So you guys make your way there, and you stop by a spot for a bite to eat. And who's gonna be the first to ask questions? Who's got the highest charisma out of everybody?
I got 3.
3.
4.
What do you got?
2.
6. Looks like you're talking to people, man. So the you're sitting there eating at this little tavern, this little like weird little spot. It's not so much a saloon. There's no room to stay in. It's just like a little hole in the wall, little diner spot kind of. What would be considered a diner at that time? Market. You know, they sell like flour and wheat and fucking canned goods in there and shit. But you can also sit down and get some food. So you guys are sitting down getting some food for a little bit. Something like, yeah, like a cracker. You guys stop at the local Cracker Barrel. And you look to the bar area, and you notice the same little awkward, quiet, little bony, little squirrely guy sitting there, and he itching the back of his neck, and he kind of was hovering over his bowl, and he's eating with a spoon something out of the bowl. He's not making eye contact with anybody, but you know that he kind of like does a little bit of a awkward turn towards you guys for a second and looks down back at his stuff.
Just gonna stare dead at him.
Oh yeah, he knows you're looking at him. You walk up to him. You're standing there next to him.
Just gonna keep staring at him for a minute. Just try to see what he's eating.
You notice he's eating a bowl of raw hamburger meat. Could I help you?
What you eating there, buddy?
Food.
What?
Food.
No. What's in the bowl?
He's kind of like doesn't know what to say. You just notice he kind of sinks a little bit more into himself a little bit. Did you need something?
Just curious. What's in the bowl, friend? What are you eating?
I like it.
Like what?
Meat.
I'm just eating a bowl of raw meat.
He nods his head up and down, kind of like a child that's got caught doing something bad. It's not that weird. I don't think.
Right. Just gonna back away from him.
Now that you're close to him, you notice when he's scratching the back of his neck, you're noticing that he's a bit hairy neck, the guy. Has some hair on him.
I like him more.
Oh, okay.
Mayhaps.
Can I ask him anything else?
I honestly don't know what to ask him right now.
Anybody else is welcome to do anything else if they like. I just gave him first shot because he has highest charisma.
What are we looking to get ourselves into?
Is that what you're asking him?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll say you got up and come and walk ass too. Roll percentage, add your charisma.
94.
94. There's a lot of trouble. Bad things, bad people, bad things. You guys fight good though. Your hands are tough. You're going to the bad end of town. Anything else?
I had it on the phone. I can't remember now.
No, it's all good. Now he's kind of like you guys kind of somewhat have him a little bit cornered now. Like Six is off to his left, Sawyer's to his right, and you're kind of slowly coming up behind him, and he's kind of just you see him even didn't think he could do it even more. And he's even more kind of like cowering into himself a little bit. He's no longer eating his bowl of meat. He's just kind of sitting there.
Alright, you guys, maybe we should take a step back and give him a breath. Sorry, friend. We just wanted to see what was going on that side of town.
I don't know what you're saying to me.
He respects you do that, and you kind of see his eyes kind of perk up a little bit, and he stares at you, and if he could have little hearts in his eyes, he would have hearts in his eyes staring at you when you did that. Good. Thank you.
Yeah, you have weird dietary choices, but maybe you're just low on iron, bud. I'm sorry.
He kind of cracks a little bit of a smile. He's funny. Real funny. So right now, I'd say you have him at a bit of an advantage. You do.
Mm-hmm. Could I, like, ask him for, like, a favor-ish? Like, if he sees or hears anything or could help us in any way?
Roll your percentage. Check it out.
32.
You kind of lean over to him, and you lean against the bar a little bit, one shoulder, and you kind of sit over and you do a little thing with your finger in your hair a bit, and you kind of put a little bit of your feminine power into it. Not too much, but enough. You know, you're not overdoing it. Like, you know, you're not like fucking boobs in your face kind of thing, but you're lightly flirting when you ask the question, but not overdoing it.
Mm-hmm.
You see his face kind of blush a little bit because he's not used to people talking to him as nicely. So, big job, lots of money. That's what I heard. You guys are going to the bad side. Bad side of town is pretty rough. A lot more bad people there. I don't know why they would send you there first, but I do know that the mayor called in every favor he could. He might need some more good people there to help. Maybe.
Maybe, for sure. Thank you. Because, he's gonna throw us into this toughest shit first. Either he wants to see what we're made of, or he wants to get rid of us so he doesn't have to pay any of us.
And as I said, and he's like, Mayor loves his daughter, though. She's so nice. Sweet.
By chance, there'd be no way him or anyone would want to hurt her for any other reason.
What percentage? Of your charisma?
5.
5?
I got a 00.
He doesn't say nothing. He just kind of nods his head. He just nods it left to right. Just shakes it or whatever. Nodding, shaking. I can't remember how it goes. Yeah, he does. He very much says like, no, there's nothing in that sense. He just repeats himself again, like, Mayor love his daughter.
Alright. Just wanted to see what kind of bad people we were up against. How much reinforcements we might need.
Monsters.
There's monsters over there?
He stands up, and as soon as he says that, he just starts walking out, like making his way out, and leaves a couple of coin on the table. And he looks over at you again, and he's like, "There will be monsters." He just quickly walks out the tavern.
Did you follow him?
we need to.
No. If anything, I think we need to look for more weapons and people.
Yeah, the spot he's got you guys going to, from what you can tell from the map, is that it's, like you said, it's the shittier side of town, but going there would be like your more or less your contact to the other part of the job.
Okay. Should we get more weapons?
Probably.
Yeah.
'Cause I was a bone knife and my rifle.
Yeah.
Find a way to carry extra boxes of ammo.
Okay. Say you, because you got the higher charisma, you end up asking the bartender, you know, where you can go for that. And he kind of looks at you up and down a little bit, and looks over at the other two, and looks over at you, and he's like, reaches underneath, and he pulls out a map of the city. And without any word, he just goes, stomps his finger down on a spot, and it is literally the exact place where you guys were sent to go.
That's funny.
Alright.
And he looks up and down, and he's like, "You gonna pay for your bill?" You guys all ate food. When you guys were there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Of course. Just say you guys all toss like 3 coin at him or whatever, and call it good. Yeah, pretty much.
Thanks for the map.
Mm-hmm.
Can I get a copy of that map?
Ironically, we'll say that you already have one.
Oh.
So, yeah, you already.
So.
Yeah, you already got the map. Yes. So yes, you can. But yeah, just to pull the story a little bit long, you guys make your way to this spot. The sun is starting to kind of make its way down a little bit. Not too late. I'll say it's probably about like 6 or 7 in the afternoon, and it's loud. You can hear people yelling. You can hear music playing. You walk into this place, and it smells like old beer, blood, gunpowder. That's what this place smells like. There's guys playing poker. There's women sitting on people's laps and laughing, talking. There's a couple guys in the corner arm wrestling, and there's people over there you can tell doing something shady, probably passing off some kind of illegal substances or whatever. And look over, and the bartender is a chongo, who is a ape-like people. Looks a lot like a spider monkey. Yeah, what is it? What can I get you?
We need more. We need weapons and ammo.
We also have this note to give you.
Oh yeah, the note.
Takes the note, looks at it, crumbles it up, throws it behind him, and he points over to a rickety wooden door that's all the way to the left of you guys. You guys make your way to the door. You open it up, and it shuts behind you, and there's a large set of stone stairs that go down. And you hear a large crowd yelling. You go down the steps. More and more you go down the steps. You look around and you see a very shady table with a guy standing there polishing a gun. You look over to your right and you see a man sitting there leaned against the wall talking to a woman, and he's got a big variety of blades behind him. And then right dead center, there's a pit. And you see a guy standing there, a very well chiseled man with no shirt on, and he's got his arms up, and he's looking around at everybody, and everybody's cheering him on, and he's got a long curled up mustache and very well parted hair. And on the ground is a what looks like a luchador.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, a thicker, stout luchador on the ground, kind of spitting up blood. And you know, as this guy kicks him in the stomach, and everybody's cheering, and he looks around, and he takes a double take, looks over at you, and he sees you, and he kind of goes, flexes his arm, and just kind of gives you a wink, and everybody starts cheering on more.
I roll my eyes, look away.
So yeah, guys made it to the spot there. Seems like Kiba was a code word.
At least it wasn't cat pardon.
It's not unlike that.
It's similar.
Who's grabbing what? Who's doing what now?
I'll go over to the gun table.
You going to the gun table? All right.
Gun table.
Gun table.
I'm gonna annoy him and ask if he has any knives.
You going to the gun table too? No, where are you going?
I'm going over there. The swords.
Swords? Okay. We'll get you guys done really quick for the guns. You guys go up to the gun table, and you see the guy sitting behind there is a thin, dark-skinned gentleman. He's wearing some blacked-out shades, and he's got a bowler hat on. How can I help you?
How much money do I have? Oh, you only said 3 coins. Never mind.
Yeah, you lost 3 coins from whatever you had, so go from there. I got guns, and guns.
You got any guns for $10?
10 coins. Maybe. Let me have a look.
What about 15?
15. Let me see here. He reaches underneath and you hear him fumbling around. He pulls up a old dusty box. And just to add insult to injury, he's like, blows it all up, opens it up, and there is a taken apart, rusted up looking 6-shooter sitting there.
Okay, you know what, sir? I get your point. Can I just get some bullets?
Bullets? For what you got?
Double barrel shotgun?
Bit much for a lady like you, ain't it?
No, it's perfect.
Alright. He's down, he pulls out. She pulls out 6 more shells for you.
What'll that run me, sir?
15.
Alright.
Nope. Just a little note for yourself, darling. Don't let somebody know how much you got. You see when he smiles, he's got all gold teeth in his mouth. About you, sir.
I'm gonna reach into my trench coat and pull out, or my duster and pull out the metal box and show it to him. Ask him if he knows anything about it.
Roll a percentage on your charisma.
87.
Yep, that's the box.
Can you open it?
Picks it up and shakes it. Well, hell, I don't know what the hell that is, man. I sell guns. I don't work on boxes, bro.
Fuck, can I take it then?
He snatches it up. He just kind of looks at you and just puts his hands up and takes a step back.
Useless. Show me your selection of firearms.
What you see is what I got. Unless you're cheap. He kind of looks over at his sunglasses at you real quick.
What am I looking at?
You see a different variety of like 6-shooters, a couple custom pieces there, maybe like a over the top 6-shooter with maybe some sights in it. You see a couple of rifles behind them. Nothing that you haven't seen. Everything you've seen has kind of got like little custom pieces added here and there, some sights and whatever, but nothing out of the ordinary crazy.
Just want to grab 2 ordinary 6-shooters.
2 regular 6-shooters. Alright, roll a percentage.
Do I add anything to it? No. It's 9.
9. I'll give you these 2 right here. Fully loaded. Additional cylinders for both of them for 80. Or if you like, catch yourself a good deal. Step in the ring. Get yourself something nice.
Fight somebody. Can I use silver tongue?
You can try.
To haggle.
Ooh, you can try. What percentage roll at your silver tongue?
How much does silver tongue add?
Just another additional 1.
39.
39. You kind of sway with him a little bit, and he's willing to part with one of the pistols. Same deal, just half of it for 1 pistol.
80 for 1?
No, he was at 40.
Okay, I'll take the 1 then.
Alright. Good deal. He loads it all up for you, spins it, loads it in a holster, loads it all up. You have a cylinder that you can remove from it, and just reload it right back in. He gives you 2 additional ones with it.
Alright.
So you got a total of, what, 12, 30, 234, 36? 36 bullets, I think. Yeah. So keep an eye on that. Does that with y'all. Meanwhile, you're over at the sword section there, and you see, which you feel like you're seeing double because it looks like the exact same guy that was at the other one.
Mm.
It's his weird twin.
Except all his teeth are silver, not gold.
Oh.
It's his weird twin.
How you doing, bro? What can I get for you?
I'm looking for probably like dagger type things. Need close hand-to-hand combat type things.
Ooh, close and personal. My personal favorite, I think. My brother's always been more and more for the bang bangs. I like to get close. At least I used to.
You see he smacks down his leg and he's got like a metal steampunk kind of looking thing from like the hip down.
Don't do too much fighting these days, though.
He leans underneath and he pulls out he gives you a small selection of knives. So, some of them are mostly like smaller bladed, but one that does stand out to you are, do you know what a karambit is? It's like a hook blade, the ring in it. He shows you a nice twin set of those. They're nice, they look like they need a little bit of love, but he's willing to let them go for about 50.
Okay. I'm looking for something a little cheaper.
You can always step in the ring. You see something you like, you're going to fight for it. Might hook you up.
I'll wait and think about that for a second.
Alright.
Just as he says that to you, you hear, and you see the same guy with the mustache is standing up and he's just putting his arms up, doing that.
Yeah, may have called that one in here. I don't know what for. Bad news if you ask me.
I don't think so.
Can I wander over to the sword table and like overhear that last part?
Absolutely. Are you doing that too? Yeah. You guys all walk in right as he says that. You notice the luchador stands up. Just kind of stands up again and throws another wild punch, and this guy kind of like steps back and flicks him in the back of the head, and he's just kind of looking around and does it again and just he's like kind of showboating it. Looks over at you and does a little like a little peck pop for you real quick, and then looks back down at him and just shoves him with his face like a little bit more into the mud. And does this again. Just keeps like showboating it all around, flexing his muscles.
Yeah, I don't know. Smell trouble from a mile away on that one.
Is it bare-fisted fight only?
Oh yeah, unless you want to change the rules. That makes it real interesting. Hell, the last fight we had in here, the two men tied their ankles together and duked it out with brass knuckles. There was teeth everywhere.
Well, what if I wanted to step in the ring?
He tips his sunglasses down, looks at you, he's like,
I'm sure a lot of folks in here would be mighty interested in seeing that.
How does one go about changing the rules?
Just lay it out before you get in.
Just anyone can walk right up there?
Anyone can walk right up there.
Alright, you guys. I gotta get me some swords because I ain't got the money for it.
alright.
Well, what you fancying?
Looks around at what he sees behind him. What are you trying to look for exactly?
Just like the strongest longsword.
Like a long sword?
Yeah.
Okay. You see, the one that catches your eye is like the prettiest, shiniest one there. It's got like almost like a marble-looking kind of handle on it. Looks like it could be a single-handed or two-handed sword, kind of straight T-hilt, long tapered sword. It's like your basic, like medieval-looking kind of sword. And he notices you looking. He's like, "Oh,
You like that one, huh?
It does look pretty.
Yeah, I made it myself.
You forged it?
Yes, I did.
Did you forge all of these swords?
Yeah, some of them, not all of them.
Is it special?
Yeah, oh yes, very special.
What makes it so special?
Well, that one there, you don't ever gotta worry about sharpening her up. And also, I can guarantee she cuts through anything. He leans back over to you. Anything.
How about, you know, obviously if I win this fight, I get to take the sword, but
Well, yeah.
do I take the sword in the ring with me, and if I don't make it out, then that's your payment. It'll just go back up on the wall. And if I do make it, I walk out of the ring with it.
Roll a percentage. Add your charisma.
75.
Deal.
He leans over and you give him a good handshake. And you swear that you were shaking his hand.
Mhm.
And then you're doing this, next thing you know, you're just doing this to the air.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen!
And you look over and you notice that he's standing on the stage behind you. And you notice now that he's talking, half of his teeth are gold and the other half are silver.
Oh, hey,
Some weird,
that
weird ass
trickster.
twin brother.
Devil, baby.
You
That's
look
a
over
demon.
and the gun guy's not there no more. Sword guy's not there no more. Same dark-skinned gentleman is standing on top with the top hat on now. He pulls his hands out.
We have ourselves a mighty fine fight coming tonight. We have ourselves the lovely... never caught your name, darling.
Belladonna.
Belladonna wishes to fight with blades.
And you hear amongst the crowd, everybody's like, oh. And there are a couple people giving you stares, eyeballs up and down. And looks over and he's like, and who will you be fighting, my dear?
I presume you.
Oh, if you think you can, by all means. Puts his hand out like that, and lady walks up with a sword and hands him like a rapier. And he pulls it out and he does a fancy like. He puts it over at you and lifts an eyebrow up.
I didn't expect you to be versed in swordsmanship.
I'm versed in many things, my dear.
Just calm down there.
No. When he puts it on his shoulder, he's like, oh, I'm sure if you get to know me better, you'll find that I'm quite calm.
We'll see.
Very well. Puts it on his shoulder, and as he goes to turn around, he gets grabbed by this luchador, and he gets suplexed over his head, and you hear a loud crunch.
Oh.
Body goes limp. He stands up. Luchador reaches into his pocket, pulls out a stick of dynamite, pulls out a match, and lights it. He's like, all right, putos! I'll blow this whole fucking place up! The fuck out of my way! Everybody starts moving. You two, move! Come on! Starts bumping you.
Well, I guess I'll get out of the way.
You don't really have time to. He's like bumping you, and you're kind of going on his back now, sweaty, bloody back, and he's pushing you back into the door. You guys are making your way out the steps,
Oh,
going through into the street. And
great.
he looks over at you and he goes, run! And he lights the stick of dynamite and throws it.
I clutch my sword and look for you guys.
You guys all start running and the bomb goes off. Explosion happens and he grabs a random horse somewhere, jumps on it. You guys all mount up and you guys are riding out to the away from Mirage.
I got a free sword.
But is it really free?
Okay. Costs the life of many people. But
I didn't pay with this coin.
you guys make your way off into like west. You guys make your way west and get into you guys get clear away from there in the thick of everything, and the luchador hops off the back of the horse and out of breath and sits down for a second. He starts spitting out blood. He leans back and he's dabbing blood over his lips and mouth and nose, and you notice his mask kind of resembles it's tied to the face like usual luchador masks. There's no hole for the nose, only the lips, the eyes, And you notice that the sides of the mask kind of taper off to make it look like he has little bear ears. Well, I'm happy you guys showed up when you did. That guy was really beating the shit out of me.
What's your name, bud?
Me? I'm El Oso Malo. You can just call me Oso.
Oso. What were you doing here?
The mayor called me into town to give him help, and fucking this guy starts challenging me to a fight. I thought it was just a simple contest. Son of a bitch was kicking the shit out of me.
What help were you? What did the mayor want you help for?
We grew up together a long time ago, man. So if somebody took his daughter, I had to come in and help him. I used to be real good, but I've been out of the game a while. He smacks his belly a little bit and just kind of stares down at it. Guess it's not gonna be no big story of me coming back. Just happy nobody who knew me saw that. That was ridiculous.
He was quite ridiculous.
Yeah, probably. Oh, he sits down for a second and you just hear like him crunching bones back into place on his back and crunching his neck and whatnot. I take it you guys are the ones that got the job too, huh?
Yep, we were sent here to the bar to do something.
No. Points at himself. Find me.
Oh, well, no one gave us any other information besides the missing dog.
Yeah, chingada madre. That damn mayor. Perez has always been the mysterious type. He doesn't like to give too much information. I don't know why.
Does his mystery involve giant attacks on train rides into town where there's only 3 survivors?
No.
That's unheard of then here.
No, that's just how bad it is when he gets here. Don't let all the bright lights and prettiness fool you about this place. This place fucking sucks. There's a lot of crime here and there's a lot of bad shit. That train gets derailed every other month by those fucking people. Nobody lifts a finger to stop it, not that stupid fucking sheriff and not even the mayor.
They just look the other way.
Exactly. That's why I got out of this place when I could. But there's not a whole lot more life out there for a guy that does what I do, so whatever. Hired hand, hired muscle, and getting the shit kicked out of me by some asshole with a fucking broom on his face. He just keeps shaking his head and he's like, oh, I need more training. Yes, but I'm your help. If you take me. It was kind of embarrassing and not really inspiring a lot and watching me get the shit kicked out of me.
I'm sure a healer has something that could give you a boost.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm sure.
That's true. Well, we can get to a better spot somewhere. I know a place where I hide out at and we can probably figure something out there.
That sounds good.
Yeah, no problem. Well, let's mount up and go. So you guys run up on your horses, get mounted up, and start riding off and towards the sunset. And we will say, for the sake of story, that'll be where we end the episode. I hope that you guys have been sticking around with us here this whole time, this little while we've been chatting it up and doing the session. Let me know down in the comments if you guys like to see us continue on this. Let me know if you got any input, any questions. I hope to make this a little bit more of a regular thing here and live stream with you guys. Thank you, Danny, for stopping in and saying what's up. Cat Dad, you're always a pleasure to have in, my friend. Thank you, Mad Martin, for always showing love and coming up as well. I hope that you all have a good time. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all that good sexy shit that YouTube needs to get off. And, yeah, stay sexy, drink water, and remember, I can't wait to see you in the next adventure. Say bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.